Recording in progress.
Okay, welcome to tonight's post-game press conference after the Quakes' 3-0 win over San Diego FC at PayPal Park, marking the best start in club history dating back to 1974, 5-1-0. We are joined by head coach and sporting director Bruce Arena. We will start with some live questions here in the room. Go ahead, Devin.
Bruce, you've had so far 2 back-to-back clean sheets versus high-scoring teams. What does tonight's result say about the confidence of the team?
Well, obviously, I think we're a confident team right now, but we have 28 more games to play, and we may lose our next 28 games, so we have to put everything in the right perspective. But defensively, we played well. Obviously, the red card was a big play in the game, because I believe that was our second goal, right, off the red card, and then they had to play shorthanded. And give San Diego credit; they never quit in the second half, and they can play with 10 players, so give them a lot of credit. And obviously, we took our foot off the gas, and we should be a little bit better than that. But I'm not complaining about beating them 3-0.
Next question. Go ahead, Kevin Wynn. That's a standard.
Yeah, Bruce, to your point, it's a dangerous team that you guys made very uncomfortable with the press. How pleased were you with just their performance?
Good. We've, we're getting better every week. I think there's a lot ahead. We can still strengthen our roster. We can get, obviously, Timo back on the field hopefully next week. We've lost Dewan for the year, so that's going to be an issue. So hopefully, we can continue to improve and maybe make 1 or 2 additions. We're only going to do that if it's the right player that can actually really make our team better. So I'm pleased with the group we have. I think we have a good group of players. So I haven't been that concerned about the fact that we haven't added a whole lot of players, because I think we have enough good players right now, and hopefully we can add 1 or 2, in the next window.
Next question, go ahead. Marco at the front.
Bruce, you can see how the way Niko's progressing so far for these first 6 games. How rewarding is it to see him get that brace like he did tonight?
Fantastic. We really missed him last year because he was hurt for a good part of the year, and then in the fall he had a number of national team call-ups, so he was basically a non-factor for us last year, although he scored an important goal against Austin, right, in the next to last game, or last. Is that right? Next to last or last game?
Very last.
Yeah. So, his development's been great. So, we're real pleased with that. I think the same could be said for Bo LaRue, our younger players, and Reed Roberts, his first year playing full time has been very good. Benji's grown into his position. Vieira's a real pro. Preston's been very good. Buddha's improved, and so a lot of positive things. But I'm well aware of the fact that this is just the start, and we should have this conversation in August and see how everything is in August. So to date, things are positive, and obviously San Diego's a good team, very good team, and they had a difficult game tonight, obviously with the red card and having to play with 10 men for probably, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 60 minutes. So that's very challenging and shows the character of their team, hanging in there and not quitting, and not conceding any goals in the second half.
Brian and then Paul and Aaron.
So, Coach, you have 5 clean sheets and a 1-goal game so far this year. How close is this to the football you hoped they were playing would play when you broke training camp?
Well, if breaking training camp and you told me we'd be 5-1 after our first 6 games, I would tell you I bet the house on that one. I would not agree with that. So I'm very pleased with that. However, we have a long way to go. I'm not going to make public some of the issues I think we still have. But there's a lot of room for improvement, and hopefully, we can get through this first half of the season in decent form, so we're positioned in the second half to be a team that can qualify for the playoffs.
And what kind of confidence is Daniel playing with these clean sheets so far?
Well, you should ask him that question, but that's pretty good. Imagine that he's conceded 1 goal in 6 games, and he's not the leading goal keeper in the league. So, but it's positive for him because I think I don't even know when he started here. But is this his 3rd year, 4th year?
2023 is his 4th year.
This is his 4th year, so I think it's been like this, for him, and we see things leveling off at a high level. So that's a real that's a real positive thing for our team.
Good, Paula.
Paula Maruri, Tentenio, San Francisco, California. Congratulations on winning this California Clásico. Bruce, you set records for the franchise, and Niko's now the 2nd youngest to score 2 goals for the Earthquakes. What do you think about his performance?
Who's the first? Is it Landon Donovan?
Yes.
Yeah, well, if he can catch Landon Donovan, he's doing pretty well for himself. Yeah, it was great. He's a very good performance tonight. I think the goals tonight were good goals. That first goal, I don't know how he possibly scored that goal. It's probably something I taught him in training. I can't remember, but that was a great goal, and so was the 3rd goal. I thought the 3rd goal was a great goal. So real positive. Niko's done very well.
Whatever.
Coach, absolute pleasure to meet you. With this stretch that you have, 6 games in, and a lot of games, as you said, left to play, what has stood out to you more, the offense or the defense through this 6-game stretch, and what are you looking for to improve that you can see is the biggest need for improvement early on?
I've done this for a while, and the biggest thing is we look like a team. Not applauding necessarily the attacking end or the defending end. In particular, it's a complete effort by the group, and that's important because we're not competing with Inter Miami and LAFC for top level players around the world and some other clubs, and we're banging away with a couple of local kids and domestic players and American players, which is highly unusual in our league right now. So I think the group is doing very well, and I think the credit goes to the whole group, not one end of the field.
And as good as the defense has been, it looked like the offense was really on an extra level tonight. What do you think went into the offense playing so well tonight?
Well, I think our speed of play was pretty good at times in the first half. We put them in a few foot races that they couldn't deal with, and that was a real positive. Speed's a factor in any sport, but it's not only physical. It's mental and technical, and I think we're starting to put some of those pieces together.
All right, last question. Go ahead.
Any concern about Ricketts coming out? He was one of your last true left backs, and
Ricketts coming out?
Yeah, he walked off the pitch.
It's because he was substituted for.
So that was an intentional substitution. I thought because he was hobbling a little bit before then. Is there any concern about him moving forward? Or?
He was not hobbling, maybe a little mentally, but not physically.
Very good. That was my misunderstanding.
Okay. All right.
Right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We're good. Thank you.
FC. We're joined by the Northern California Honda dealers man of the match, Niko Tsakiris, who became the 2nd youngest player in club history to score a brace. We'll start first with the questions here in the room. Go ahead, Paul.
Niko, congratulations. I was just talking with Bruce about your achievement. You are the 2nd one to score 2 goals, and for the franchise, South Donovan. How do you feel about this achievement? Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think first and foremost, amazing to get 3 points tonight back at home. I think we're building day by day, game by game here, and to get this achievement with this group of guys, it's special.
This kind of game that can elevate you to another level moving forward?
Yeah, of course. I think anytime that you can put yourself in position to score and put those chances away, it helps myself and it helps the group, and we're moving in the right direction.
So you remember now the 2nd youngest for the franchise to score 2 goals, right? After Donovan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Go ahead, April.
So you obviously become the 2nd youngest player to score a brace behind Landon Donovan. What's it like to be, in that kind of company?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the career that he had and the player that he was for the club, it's special. be with him in that same category. So listen, I still have a lot of work to do, and it's a great first step for me.
Go ahead, Brian, and then we'll go to Kevin.
So Niko, this is kind of, you're in a kind of rarefied era with the club right now. Best start ever for the club going back to 1974. Best 5-game stretch in goals given up ever for the club. And it seems like, we've talked about this before, that the team just is grinding on defense and grinding these out. Is this something sustainable long haul because everybody's just pulling in the same direction?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the start to the year has been fantastic for us. We know that. Is it sustainable? Listen, we'll have to find that out. I think as a group, as a collective, we're happy with the position that we're in, and I think if we're all together and we're all pulling in the same direction, I think it puts us in a great spot. So is it sustainable? I think so, if we're all together and all of us are moving in the same direction. But again, we're still early in the year and time will tell, but I like our odds.
And I guess that's really my question: is everyone bought in enough that we're going to do that? We're going to do this until it goes, because we don't care who gets what as long as we're winning.
Yeah, I think that's the end goal. We want to win. We want to win matches, and I feel like this group knows that we need to do whatever it takes to get those 3 points. And if that's grinding it out, it's grinding it out. If it's keeping the ball, it's what we have to do. And I feel like the group knows what the expectations are to get those 3 points.
All right, go ahead, Kevin, and then Marco with Daniel.
Niko, you guys made a really good team uncomfortable in that first half with your pressing. Can you explain to us how you guys have been thinking about off-ball pressing as a team? How have you guys been approaching that?
Yeah, I think you just said it there. As a team, as a collective, I think that was our biggest focal point this week. Is we know that San Diego like to have a lot of the ball, and continuing to be together. The moment one guy goes by himself, they're good enough to pick us apart. So I think it was really good from the team today, staying together, staying as a unit, and it caused them problems. We scored goals off of transition, so I think it paid off.
Yeah, and then, obviously belief hasn't been an issue for you the last 2 years, but how much confidence are you picking up just being consistently in the lineup, getting attacking chances? Talk about your confidence right now.
Yeah, of course. No, I think anytime that you're playing consistently and creating the chances that we are and putting us in the position that we're in right now, the team is flying, and of course that gives the guys in the field and the guys in the group confidence to, we're moving in the right direction, so guys are bought in, and of course that gives us confidence.
Well, then Marco and Daniel.
And Niko, kind of piggybacking on Kevin there, when you look at the progression of your career and the way this is becoming a breakout year for you, do you maybe look back at those experiences with the national team that kind of gave you that confidence, and to where you came in this year knowing that you could be doing what you're doing right now?
Yeah, of course. To me, I think it was just a matter of time and when that chance would come. I know that I've put the work in, continuing to do so to better myself every day. And yeah, of course, the national team definitely was a reminder for me of, hey, I'm good enough to do it preseason as well. So coming into this year, the momentum that the team had in preseason to now our first few games and the success that we're having, the success that I'm having, yeah, it's, of course, the national team brought moments of confidence for me, but also being here with the club.
Well, Daniel.
Congratulations on the win, good sir. How did you feel kind of waiting around before that penalty? Just kind of everyone kind of just sitting around. Usually, I know people usually want to take those pretty quickly. How was your mentality kind of during that time?
Yeah, I was pretty calm. Me and Duran played together in the national team, so I know him pretty well. And we were just kind of joking around. And to be honest, I wasn't really sure if it was going to be overturned or not. But there was just this kind of confidence about me. We know each other really well, and for me, there was no pressure to score that moment. And I was confident in myself that I would put it away. So right in the moment, just enjoying it, taking it all in.
We'll go with Devin and then Eric.
Can you walk us through your first goal? It was a pretty tight angle. Did you expect to score it?
Yeah, I think you shoot to score. You shoot to score always. I think it was just a transition moment. We knew that we were going to get chances off a transition. Preston played me the ball, and I had to get a shot off, and I tagged it. So it was great.
Niko, congratulations on the amazing accomplishment. For you, what have you seen the biggest improvement on for this team through the first 6 games? Is it more offense? Is it defense? Is it a little bit of everything?
I'd say it's a bit of everything. I mean, listen, we've given up 1 goal in 6 games, and I think that's a great start for the team. And we're scoring goals, we're creating opportunities, and on a night like tonight, we'll take 3-0 all day long at home. And yeah, I think it's a combination of both. The group is bought in right now, and if we continue the success, I think it breeds more success. So we like where we're at right now, and the success will continue if the guys are bought in, which right now we are.
And it's early, but if you were to say the identity of the team, what would it be, and what would that message be to the rest of the league that you want, even the upper echelon teams to know that you guys are here to really make a dent in this standings?
Sure. Yeah, we're a hardworking team. We want to be hard to play against, and I think we've shown that. And we're going to give everything on the field. And whether guys starting, coming off the bench, we know everyone's there to prove a point and to get the 3 points that we need. So I think everybody moving in the right direction and being a collective, I think, is really going to help us this year.
All right, that's it. Okay. Last 2, Ricardo and then Brian.
In previous years, you were surrounded by players like Christian, Chicho, Joseph. Today, they are no longer here. You have taken on a greater responsibility, and now you are shining. How do you view it?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting year. It's an interesting moment right now for the group and for myself. Obviously, guys like Christian, Chicho, the career that they had, Joseph as well. We had big players last year. This group, it looks a little different. The success that we're having, is it because they're not here? Is it because I don't know? But Bruce has a way of doing things, and we have a way of doing things now, and I feel like the culture has shifted. But listen, my opportunity right now for the club, it's special. I recognize the moment that I have in front of me and that the group has in front of us. So we're taking it day by day, game by game, just like we have in preseason, and hopefully this success continues for us.
All right, Brian, last one.
So this is a question I've kind of had all year. So, yeah, and Christian Espinoza played for the club for several years, was arguably one of the most popular players to play for the club ever. He leaves, and you have the confidence to say, hey, can I have that number? What kind of confidence does it take to do that?
I was confident in myself. I think the moment was there, the opportunity was there. I had a good preseason, and yeah, there were talks about a new deal, and it just, for me, it was like, okay, I want to take on this responsibility for the team. We had a lot of success in preseason, and it was just a moment for me to take another step in my career and have that pressure of being a guy that the team can rely on, and whether that's scoring goals or creating moments for the team. So I just felt like it was the next best thing for my career.
All right, thanks guys.
Awesome. Thank you.